So the first thing I'm going to play is, and you should probably try to have headphones for this. I was hoping mine would work. They're not going to work. So I'm going to play you what are basically electronic voice phenomenon. And hang on one second. I got to load up something else. And essentially, what you're going to hear is a child's voice in the background. We don't take children on ghost hunts, so listen very carefully for this. You will hear it. It's there, though. And if you have to, turn it up or wear earbuds or whatever, headphones, because it's the best way to hear these. Always. So what you were listening to is you could hear an adult woman's voice in the background, and you could hear the mumbling of a child in the front ground. You cannot, or it's hard to make out what she's saying. In fact, we couldn't figure out what she was saying, but I'll let you listen to it again because I turned the game volume off for that one, and you'll hear it again. Yeah, actually, the little girl's voice is in the foreground. And it sounds like the child is playing with something or talking to another child. It doesn't sound like they're conversing with an adult. It sounds like child play voice. So it's really odd, and it was one of the ones we picked up in there, and we know, because we know the voices of the lady who's sitting in the background. We know who she is, and we could figure out her voice. So I'm going to play you another one. We're just going to go through these. I'm trying to remember which one this one was, but you'll hear a girl's voice in it. This one actually had happened in the jail museum. Is it that one or that one?
Is there something we can bring you? Would you like us to bring you something?
Oh wait, that wasn't the jail museum. That was the same girl in the same thing. You'll hear her voice again. I'll play it one more time. You'll hear the guy ask her if there's something he can bring her, and then you'll hear the same kind of mumbling all over again.
Is there something we can bring you? Would you like us to bring you something?
Did you hear her voice?
Is there something we can bring you? Would you like us to bring you something?
It sounds like she's talking back to him to say what she wants to bring him, but you can't make out what she actually says. And then you'll hear another guy's voice way off in the back, that's in another room. But you can definitely hear her voice. Yeah.
Is there something we can bring you? Would you like us to bring you something?
That's a good one, Toto. Clothes? Yeah, it does sound like she's saying, bring me some clothes. Or maybe it's cold or something like that, so maybe she wants a jacket. Not sure on that one. So, and this is supposedly the little girl's voice kind of cleaned up. Let's see.
Would you like that, Lenny?
And I don't think I can hear it any clearer in this version.
Would you like that, Lenny?
Oh no, that's a different... That's actually a different one. We recorded this little girl's voice a lot. So
Would you like that, buddy?
And I don't know what she's saying there either. That's actually a whole nother EVP also. I didn't realize that at the time when I pulled it over. These are about 8 to 12 years old. They've been around for quite a while. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so now for what was supposed to be the grand finale today, because I only have so much of this material, but I actually have one more thing. I can't get the video to play. Hang on one second. Maybe I can. I'm going to try to load it up with a different version of it with something else in the background. But, nope. Not a file that QuickTime understands. I'm not going to be able to get you guys to watch the video. Maybe. We're going to try it. I got another way of doing it. But first, this particular EVP that I'm going to play next, though, is you're going to hear a music box. And I looked for pictures that go along with this, but I can't find them. So you're going to hear the two investigators, and they're going to be talking about a music box that's on a mantle in the district museum that they saw. They saw the music box, they listened to the music box, and the music box came on by itself. And you're going to hear them talking about it, and you're going to hear the little dinging of the music box.
Somebody here. It's not that, because I can get it to. Weird. Do I upset yours? Not really. Moving upsets it more. Well, this was our poor man's experiment at a K2 meter.
And it seems to be working.
And it works.
I've used it before, just to actually try and verify. Like if you're getting a high reading, try and use the step meter to see if there's, metal.
Good point.
Can't turn this off. I think we are breaking.
Okay, so now to kind of freak you out about the music box. The music box is sitting on a mantle. They saw it. They were listening to it. You hear them talk about it for a moment, about the music box, that's the music box, really neat. Here's the thing. This is a museum. Everything in a museum is cataloged. If there's something on a mantle or on a mannequin or on the floor or on a chair or hanging on the wall, they catalog whatever is in that area of the museum. It's cataloged, it's written in a book, it's taken, they know where everything is. There's no music box. It was never on the mantle place. There's never been a music box on that mantle place. They saw it. They heard it. You can hear it in the video or in the audio. I don't have the video. I just have the audio. And you can hear the music box. But the curator of the museum said, there's no music box. And we checked our pictures, the investigators, there's no music box on that mantle place. Yeah, ghost music box. Literally, the investigators did not realize they were looking at and hearing a music box that didn't exist. It wasn't supposed to be there. They shouldn't be hearing a music box. They saw it, they heard it, and it wasn't there. You want to hear it one more time? You'll hear the music box that isn't there.
Somebody here. It's not that, because I can get it to. Weird. Do I upset yours?
Not really. Moving upsets it more.
Well, this was our poor man's experiment at a.
And as they don't even, to them, the music box is just there. It came on. They went like, okay. and then to find out later on they were looking at a music box and listening to a music box that wasn't on the shelf. They went back, looked later, and it just wasn't there. And it was just like, whoa, that shouldn't have happened. It kind of freaked them out a lot. Another quick ghost story about this particular building. It's the district museum. It used to be a train station. It had living quarters on the second and third floor. Did it have a third floor? On the second floor. So it wouldn't have been unusual if there would have been children up there. Nobody picked up the music box, Toto. If I showed you pictures of this place, and I might, if I find them in the future, I will show you pictures of the mantle and the stuff up there. There's no music box, and there never has been there. So nobody brought in a music box because we asked around. Yeah, it just there was a music box all of a sudden in that spot, and then it was gone, and it played music, and we picked it up, and it was like, oh, neat. So for my bonus section for tonight, I cannot get the video to play. I can get the video to play, but all you're going to hear is the audio because I don't think I can get, well, maybe I can. The interesting about, okay, so if you were here last night and we were talking about the jail museum and I was talking about the ice museum and I played a 12-minute video about me talking about ghost stories, and somewhere along in there I said that there was video of me with an EVP of the girl who was buried in the ice room saying something to me, and I said I don't know, and I said last night I don't know where that video is. I found the video, and hopefully I can get the video to play. I'm going to try. It's really difficult to get this to work, and I'm not going to try to play the whole video. I only need to play the first like 30 seconds of it. So let's see if I have to do this the hard way because this thing isn't very good. So also in this, yeah, the Lady of the Night. So let's see, audio, no, media source. Oh, come on, Streamlabs. Yeah, we can window capture this. So we're gonna play it right there. Get out of my way. All right, so you're going to hear me, obviously, and you're actually going to see. And this, by the way, now that we're showing, yeah, I know. So here's the video. What you were looking at, if you were here last night, that's the red Bible. That's my sprite from 12 years ago. The shelf and the wooden floor are in the ice room. We're in the back corner of the ice room. That is the brick wall that I said is worth $5 million in gold. Not that part of it is specifically. The whole foundation is. And then you're going to hear my annoying voice, and hopefully this sounds really good. So, but listen for me to grunt. By the way, you are going to see pieces of me. You're not going to see my face. You're going to see my leg and my arm and part of me. So, but I am in the video, so a little bit. So here we go.
Light on. Okay. We're starting recording. And because I don't trust this camera, I'm doing date and time. Told you it's the ghost.
That is an old phone.
Light on. Okay.
Sorry.
We're starting recording. And because I don't trust this camera, I'm doing date and time. Told you it's the ghost. He knows I'm not putting a camera in there today.
That's one of the slide out ones. Okay, so you probably just missed it. I'm going to do it one more time. It's going to be when you hear me grunt, listen very carefully. And yes. And she whispers, yes. There's nobody in the room with me. Nobody there. That sounds like somebody just spoke. Is that what you heard, Jester? I hear that's enough of that, but it could be, yeah, we can see you. It could be anything like that. That is probably one of my favorite EVPs, and it gives me chills because whoever it is talking to me. I'm going to play it one more time. Yeah. You hear that? Yeah. So, hi, Froggy. He walked in just at the time. That is probably one of my better EVPs. I do have other EVPs. I have a video. I'm still looking for my master copy. I know it's on this computer somewhere. Do you want me to play that one more time? Do you want to hear it one more time? You want to give me cold chills one more time? That is probably one of my favorite EVPs and one of my freakish ones. Not the most freakish more. I don't have any more this evening because if I do, I will run out of material. A whole lot of files are corrupt. Yeah, that's something. Yes, I know. I'll play one more time.
Okay. They're starting recording.
Oh, and as a note, I don't normally talk like some country hick. I was doing that on purpose.
And because I don't trust this camera when doing date and time. Told you it's the ghost. He knows I'm not putting the camera in there today.
Okay, so Papa Race, and he got it one last time. Papa Race, and by the way, the rest of the video is nothing. There's nothing on it. Papa Race asked the right question. And by the way, I filmed this with a camera that got broken, and it's unfortunate. Because I really like this video camera, because it has night vision. It had night vision. I still technically had it until I finally threw it away. It's too bad, too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
By the way, that's Nancy you hear in the
Probably
background.
have a couple of them.
Alright, me messing with the camera. So we're going to stop it there. But Papa Race asked the right Casco's girlfriend. That's too much. Maybe that could be it, Snowy. After 12 years, we still haven't quite figured out. People hear different things when they hear that. First of all, the scariest EVP was the one I didn't hear until 2 years later, and I didn't record it. There's an EVP inside the jail, inside the building that you just saw, that was actually taken in the main floor of the building. The EVP is of my full name, so I can't play it. And it was a male. Well, where is she now, though? I'll get to answer your question, Papa Rays. Yeah, I turned the volume down. I shut it off because the rest of the video I literally went through. I was at 100% earlier. I literally went through the whole video today, and there's nothing. And not the whole video. There's a 22 gigabyte MPG file that I have of this, and there's nothing else on it for the whole rest of the evening. She does not like to talk that much. She never did. She liked to appear in my rearview mirror a lot, on the end of my bed a lot. But not just like talking. I don't know why. And sometimes in pictures. So, but anyways, yeah, there's an EVP in this building with my full name. It was taken and it was recorded before I was invited to go ghost hunting there. They knew that whatever this entity was, had called my name out in the building, and they had a recording of it. So that's why, part of the reason why I got invited to be in this group is because they said this building is calling to you, and something in it is calling to you. And so there were other EVPs around with me. I have other videos. I haven't gone through them all. I found some that I've never gone through. I totally forgot about them. So, but maybe I'll find something in there, and Papa Race wants to know what happened to her. Okay, so her name starts with E. She's either Emily or Amelia. She turns out that she's probably mulatto, mixed race, and she got attached. We had another family of ghost hunters that were in there helping us, and they were from another place. No, she's not related to me. And they had a daughter who was really into ghost hunting, and the daughter was still a teenager though, so we're always kind of iffy bringing kids along, even teenagers, because it's like, you know, you're going to be late at night, not necessarily when you need to be hanging out. I know teenagers like to. I was one once, but still. But the ghost apparently attached itself to the teenage daughter, and so eventually left. And there are things we know about this particular ghost. We know that she was sad because she wasn't properly buried. We know that she was sad because she felt abandoned and alone in life, because she was abandoned and alone in life. She was left to a life of ill repute that she didn't want or didn't choose. And eventually she found a friend in this teenager, and essentially she's not there anymore. She just vanished. And we do believe she followed the one teenager out, and then, you know, after a while, the ghost quit haunting. I almost knocked my juice over. Cap's girlfriend from another time, yeah, about 120 years ago. So, kind of, I'm glad this music player worked. I'll have to remember that in the future. Might be the only thing I have that plays MPGs. Yeah, but so the ghost girl kind of disappeared, but that doesn't mean there aren't 3 others buried under that floor. By the way, there is a group still doing that I know that took over from my group to do ghost hunting, and they still do ghost tours there, and stuff still happens in that building. Always will. There was so much negativity that went through that jail in the 120 years that it was in service. That's not working for me. Yeah, no, that was a long ass time ago. I didn't exist then. So we also never figured out what was calling to me. It was probably Joe, the ghost that was upstairs. And Joe was an asshole. And that's all we're going to say. I will talk about Joe later on. Joe was a violent ghost. So if I can find more information about Joe, I will. Yeah, it's always fun to hear about. But that's it for today's ghost stuff. So, older woman, cougar wants Cap. Actually, no, Zistra, she would have been a teenager, probably 14 to 18 when she was murdered, most likely, and buried under the floor, not known why. And we thought that we might have been dealing with a serial killer that never got caught, possibly because he was in law enforcement. And we really thought that. And that was part of the rest of the story we didn't tell anybody. And yeah, that was 30 minutes of commentary, and Stream Raiders is ready, so we're gonna head back up to the games. But thank you all for listening to the ghost story. And here we go. We're gonna battle it out with Stream Raiders, and I'm gonna go over to Stream Raiders.